Happy Easter morning. It is April 12th, and I am Ken Myers, and we are sitting in my office at home, which is 8 feet from my wife's office at home to my right. And as this morning unfolds, I thought I'd just take a moment to say Happy Easter to everyone. We are clustered. My wife and I are as close together as we've ever been during a work week in the last week or so, and I have to say it's working pretty well. Um, we're both just busy. She is never not busy with her billing for CHI medical, in her case of physicians, and mainly concerned with Medicare and rural health. So she is very, very busy. And on my side of it, I teach some classes that are not made up of people who enjoy math. So therefore, they take a lot more work, which is natural when you're standing in front of a classroom, but a little bit more strenuous when you're not. We've had testing quite a bit last week, and so there are days when I was sending out 50 or more emails just to get people to get into the test, answer questions about the test, look at what's ahead for them. And it's a full time 7 to 4 or so job. Plus, like last night on Saturday night, I have a student taking tests, taking things on Saturday evening. You can never escape the classes. I said it has a strong resemblance to being a principal when it's 24/7. So, at any rate, we have stayed busy. And of course, as you look here at the office, you're seeing the office of what has been for a long time Myers Pedal Tractor Pulls. And now, with a little bit of a switchover, it is an extension of Peru State College math department as we carry on with these classes. So that's where Willow and I are at. And this is the south end of our house, and we just put in some new blinds to help with the lighting and stuff. It's an area we really hadn't worked on since the coming in. I mean, I'd had the office here, but we hadn't really done a lot to improve it. So the blinds really, really help. This is a sweat box down here because there's a lot of glass, and we're on the south side of the house, and it's just getting warm outside. And so you can change the temperature 15, 30 degrees by letting the sun blast in. Now, these blinds have a PVC backing, which sheds that heat and light. So it really has been a good move. Now, the girls are not here for Easter this year because they are together out at Kendra's. And yesterday they had a on video virtual get together for Mary Kay. They both sell Mary Kay now, and they're moving up the chain there. And with this time, they've had a chance to give it a little time to get it set up and get started. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Kayla's very, very good at it, and Kendra just got started, so I can only anticipate that she will be good at it. They could be quite a pair together. Kendra's got a base of people in that community, and Kayla's had a base at the college, so she'll have to adjust as she moves out. We just heard that she will be in Sydney to student teach with Mrs. Larson, and I just think that's a great thing. The Larsons and we have known each other for some time in a distant fashion, so um, it's going to be a good thing, and I look forward to her doing that. Of course, that means we'll probably have an apartment basement for her, uh, just so that she can save a little bit of money. So, at any rate, that's where we're at with that. Pedal pulling is up in the air. we are in the middle of decisions on what comes next. We have pool scheduled for the 19th of June. We're starting later because we anticipated I'd be getting a new knee this year. So we had left 5 weeks from the end of school till first pedal pull for me to have the knee and then recover. Now, because it's a non-essential, I am moved off to December, which will be a Christmas present now. So we have a gap in here to kind of catch our breaths and stuff, and we hope to do a few home improvements during that time. But of course, with no new knee, it's not really going to help me get that job done. So we will not change the way we do some things for a while anyway. So at any rate, that's where we're at, and we've on the Father's Day weekend, which is the 20th Saturday, I think is the 20th. We did have Stewart cancel their event because they just think it's too close. They just don't think they have time once they're allowed to work to get to work, and so we're going to probably see more of that in the first part. My question has always been, since it started, is can we be going by July 4th? Then the next question is, can we go in early enough to have our state events, which we in Missouri can have it one way or the other because we've always been set up to handle the emergency. But not every state is that way, so we will just have to wait and see how that works out. And then, of course, if you got to have the states, or you don't have a national. So here in a period of time, we're going to start visiting as a board for the national to decide, do we have it, don't we have it. Now, if you've had a twinge of sadness for a graduating senior, pedal pulling has its seniors too. They're 12-year-olds. This is their last season. If there is no national, they don't get their graduation year. Okay? So we too feel that same sadness that will come if we have to do something that causes not to have a national, not to have a state, not to have a national. There's no use. Yeah, we're really faced with no use having states if we can't have national, and it's all going to depend on what goes on. We in Missouri, our state is shut down right now. Nebraska is not. Iowa is not really. And like I said before, if you live along I-80, it don't make any difference how quiet your state is. Along I-80, there are cases all up and down it. And so most of Nebraska's are clustered on the I-80 corridor. So it's whenever they open up the rest of the country, they're going to bring it right through us. So I have a bad feeling we're going to get it one way or another, and the only difference is how late it hits here and how long it stays here. But that's a whole nother story for another day. So in the meantime, let me just sign off by saying Happy Easter to everybody, and we hope you all have a great day, and stay healthy. Do what's necessary for yourselves to stay healthy. And then, as I say about the food pantries, more people are seeing food pantries that never knew what one looked like. My only thing is if you're there and you feel a little bit bad about having to go there, just remember when you're done going there for what you need, that like Cinderella Man, you pay it back. Give back to those food pantries that kept you going when you needed it. Okay? And that just reminds us all, and some of it can be as simple as just cans of food. You go in, you get those soups or whatever, buy a couple extra cans here and there and donate them. The food pantries are going to get hit hard where this has been. One community said that their normal weekly amount is 60,000 people stopping. Last week they had well over 120,000. They're just getting clobbered, and they have some major support. So not all the food pantries have that. So let's keep them in our hearts and prayers as we talk about what the future holds. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to start contributing before they need it. The cans of food will stay. Okay. Once again, have a happy Easter, and we're going to sign off for now. Bye bye.